What's up, guys? So today I'm gonna do a little recap on a little loss that I took. I think it was last week, yeah. So it was basically ending my sixth trade win streak, I think. So I needed to lose. I think it was a pretty decent trade. Just a few things that I could have done better, and maybe I would have saved some money. But let's just get into it. So basically, here I was just really bullish for my bias. Why? I mean, it's pretty obvious. We're just trending up, and what you want to be doing when we're trending up is just take longs, right? So that's basically just it. We were just respecting bullish P arrays, so fair value gaps, and you see here we have a new wick opening gap that we completely ran through. So I just really wanted longs. So my plan was just for us to come into this 4 hour fair value gap and just reject. So something like this, basically. This was like my main draw, and we also had like this intermediate high. So basically just a high inside a gap. That was also a good draw. So basically these were my draws. So just gonna clean that real quick. So we're just gonna go straight to market open. All right, market opens in a minute. So basically, I want to see 8 p.m. open lower into the gap to then, so 8 p.m. opens lower, trade the wick of the 1 hour candle. So we have a 1 hour PO3. So let's see what we get. So we do open lower. All right, so this is 8 p.m. open. Right there. So if PM opens lower, so we're creating the wick of the 1 hour candle. Basically, we also tap into the 4 hours. So then we get some good displacement. But that's just too much of a small tap for me. And the inversion, I don't think it happens. Yeah, we never really get a good inversion of that 3-minute gap, which is the highest time frame inversion. Alright, we don't have any 5-minute or anything, so if we want to take a long, it would be a 3-minute inversion, and we never get it. So then we get some good displacement to the downside. And this is the draw that I marked out right there is basically a non-fill 15-minute and a 30-minute gap just right there. So that's basically a 30-minute gap. Here we have a 5-minute intermediate low and a 15-minute. So these DOLs were actually pretty good, and that's one like a part of the reason why I took a loss is I took a long while we were not like really deep into the gap. All right, we didn't sweep any of these. So maybe waiting for a deeper retrace would have resulted in me not taking a loss and maybe even taking a win. So that's one of like the main things I would say about that trade. So I should have waited for a deeper retrace. So then what happens? We sweep the low inside the 4-hour gap here. So we have a stop hunt, basically stop hunt right there, and then we get a clean 2-minute inversion, which is the highest time frame inversion. I'm gonna show in a second. We don't have anything higher than a 2-minute. So we have this. Bang. So this is the highest time frame inversion. So what do? Bang. 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 I do think this is what I did. I think that's what the draw was targeting. Oh no, I was marking this. Yep. So, what are the confluence behind this trade? First of all, at 8 p.m., we opened lower and traded inside a 4-hour fair value gap / 30-minute intermediate low, 15-minute intermediate low. Then we get a stop hunt right there. We resweep the low inside the gap and a clean 2 minute inversion with a lot of displacement. Um, my target, what is my target? It's pretty simple. If I go into 5 minute, we have this 5 minute gap and these relative equal highs. So my target is pretty good. I don't think that it was a target problem. As I said, I think the retracement needed to be deeper. I think that's the main part, because the inversion is clean. So I basically bang an entry on this. Risked about, I think it was like 4 contracts. Yup, exactly 4 contracts. Oh man, what? I'm gonna get raped anyway, so why might I don't really care about this. So that's the trade, exactly the trade I took. And then, pretty simple. Stopped out. Alright, so that's basically it. And then, oh damn. We rip and it the drought I was talking about right there. So yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. Just got wicked out. But I still think I should have waited for a deeper retrace, because if we let price plays out, look at what we do. We go and EQ of the DC of this 4-hour fair value gap, and we also fill the 30-minute gap as well as the 15-minute gap. All right, so that's pretty much it. I think the main things I gotta try to avoid is just waiting for a deeper retrace when I'm using some higher time frame PD arrays, right? So if I was just using, let's say I just want to take a short of something like this. Let's say we have this. I want to take like a 5-minute short. Then it's pretty. I don't really need. Like, we're already into the EQ of this range, but now I'm just like, look at like just this little tap here. I don't think it's enough like for us to go higher. Even if in this case we did go higher with just a little resweep, I still think I should have just waited for a deeper retrace, right? So that's pretty much it, because that's not like, that's a 4-hour gap. That's not like a 5-minute or something. So yeah, that's pretty much the trade. It's pretty unfortunate, but can always learn from those losses. So that's pretty much it for today's trade recap. I hope y'all learned something from it, and if y'all have any questions, just let me know on Instagram, Discord, or in the comments. So I hope y'all have a blessed day.